Sunday, October 22nd. Want to go see Kiss? They're going to play the Romo Fijo one last time in Cleveland, Ohio. RocketMortgageFieldhouse.com for all the details. Caller 10, you get this pair of tickets right now. We'll see you there. Kiss in Cleveland. Good luck, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Alan Cox.
The sort of man we used to describe at school as a complete prick.
The Alan Cox Show
On 100.7
WMMS.
Hey, maybe I'll play these guys on Saturday night. Band called Harm's Way. Really good. We do a metal show now here on Saturday nights. I'm your host. It's called 2 Hours to Midnight. But I couldn't do it alone. Corey Roddick, Pat Butler, they're with me as well. We play brand new metal. We play classic stuff. We play local music. Got local music this Saturday night from Dead Cassette and Midwinter, two really good local bands. If you are in a band and you want me to hear your stuff, maybe play it. 2htm@wmms.com is how to hit me up. But Saturday nights, barring any scheduling issues, 10 to midnight. Nothing but metal. It's called 2 Hours to Midnight. Special guest this Saturday night, Geezer Butler of Black Sabbath. Excited to talk to him. So that'll be a good show this Saturday night. So tune in if you can. And then Sunday morning, it's the Weekend Cox. Bill and Poundcake are your leggy and vivacious hosts. And they'll bring you 2 hours of the best stuff from the week, 8 to 10 every Sunday morning. So if you're up really early, maybe you just need something on in the background, right? Or you're getting home really, really late. It'll be on for you. The Guardians are playing tonight. Boston Red Sox and the Guardians each have a game apiece in this three-game series, so this will be the tiebreaker tonight. 7:10 is start time here on MMS. The Bill Squire Friday Get Brown. I mean, maybe. Stephen Canton suggests, why can't Bill date Poundcake's mom?
What up, Teresa? You drive,
I was
you
gonna
drive
say,
on highways?
You'd want to ask them.
We'll see
Poundcake,
happens.
what if Bill was your new stepdad?
I would need penthouse privileges.
What does that mean?
You want
I
to
need
be
a
a
key.
co- he
Oh,
wants
his
to
apartment.
live in my condo.
I need a key to his condo.
Mm.
It comes with conditions.
No.
you
Why
gonna
would
call me Dad?
But why would it? Why would it involve you at all, other than giving your mom your blessing? Not that she needs it, but to be a supportive son.
I will be a supportive son if I'm getting something out of it. She knows what type of kid she's birthed. What do you mean?
He is very transactional.
She knows what type of kid she has. You want me to give you my blessing? I'm gonna need a little quid pro quo.
I'm sorry, Teresa. I can't date you. Your adult son is just making this terrible.
Horrible on you.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible on you. He's a good for nothing disgrace.
You would torpedo your own mother's possible happiness because you wanted something out of the situation.
Clearly.
Come on, Poundcake. I just
You
wanna
are a
make your
grown
mom-
man.
I just want to make your mom feel good.
You are a grown man. It's not like you're 10 and Bill's coming around the house trying to impress you. Hey, buddy, tousling your hair and, bringing you presents. You're a grown-ass man. You got your own boyfriend.
And I got to tousle your hair because I'm not allowed to touch your mom's hair.
That's right. Don't ever touch a black woman's hair.
Don't you do that.
Unless she gives you
Permission.
express, written in triplicate consent.
Well, you're asking me, and I'm telling you how I would feel. I would need a little something out of it. I would feel some type of way.
No, you're not getting privileges.
Well, then that
privileges. Come
yeah.
on, man.
So yes, I would.
We'll just date in secret. You don't need to know.
Okay. Well, if I
That's
find
gonna
out,
make it hotter too,
Right?
right? Because she's at home sleeping during the day. He's here. Of course, you're here too. But there's nights that she's off. On a night where Poundcake is here, imagine he's here doing the Poundcake podcast, and you scoot out right after the show,
Mm-hmm.
and you go over and say hi to Teresa, and you know what I mean by say hi.
Oh, yeah.
It's just something to think about.
I'm just gonna start a rumor saying that Bill's gay. I'm just gonna say I hooked up with him. Like, Mom, you're getting my sloppy seconds. How you like that?
But that's so transparent. You
Yeah,
never
especially if you
said
just said
that
on
before.
the air.
You never said that before, and now he's
I didn't think I had a reason to tell you my personal life, Mom.
right. You're so withholding of everything. Alan, tell Poundcake Canton is having their second annual Pride Day this Saturday.
Canton's a pretty
It's
big
exciting.
town. Yeah, that's a big city.
Alan, how have you dated everyone for every situation? I dated a lot of people,
It's a hoe.
and I had the upside of not having a type. So, yes, I've dated a lot of people.
And the people I've dated have to do with who listens to this show. So yeah, we need a more diverse listeners.
There you go. Well, listen, we have
I know they're out there.
almost 500 people on the blacklist.
I know.
And as
how many are women?
as females are 51% of the population in general, I'd be willing to bet. I'd have to go home. I still have the blacklist in my basement. I would have to look at it and count it up. But I bet you it's not going to be half women, obviously. Just the demographics of the show would
Right.
say that. But easily a third. A third. There's no way to know what a third of 500 is, but I bet we could get somebody over at the John Glenn Center in NASA to figure that out for us and probably have that information probably within 60 to 90 days. And then we can circle back after they've run all that data through, and we can figure out where we are with that. Once they're compiling and collating and doing all kinds of other things. That'll be very exciting.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if
So-
it's good for the show, you know.
Alan, how do you know if a black girl's into white guys? You ask her out. There's a lot of black girls who aren't into white guys, but you might be like a cool guy. Like
You have to have it comes with a certain like swag.
it's not even that. That's
It
like
is.
that's a stereotype. People like you just meet people and you vibe with them.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like almost
You don't have to what's up, girl?
No,
I mean,
I'm
that's
not
what you're
saying
talking
that.
about.
No, I'm not.
That
I'm
doesn't
not.
work on anybody. It doesn't matter where the color they
Remember
are.
how I told you I could tell if a person has a white mom or a black dad? Like if they're biracial, I could tell which parent is white or black. My brother can tell which white girls like black dudes just by looking at them, and I can tell which white
Yes,
guys
but we
like
know what he means
black
by
girls.
that.
Why? What does that mean? Because she eating her cauliflower?
We know what he means by that. I'm talking about all things being equal. You don't know if anybody. There's plenty of white girls that aren't into white guys.
But I feel like
you know, like, yeah, okay. It's,
But there's added pressure as a white guy dating a black girl because it comes with a certain type of confidence. Like when you're dating within your race, there's not a lot of pressure. But when you're dating outside of your race, you have to feel like you have to pretend like it's not a big deal. Like my family's cool with it.
but there's pressure
you should
on
be cool
both. There's pressure on both people
No.
because the girl, yes,
If
the
the girls
girl
can be
gets a
someone
hard. The girl gets a hard time for dating a white guy,
Yes.
and those dudes wonder why she's not dating them, or it's a whole thing.
the pressure
or
is
it
on you
can.
to
I
make-
should say it can be.
And the pressure is on you to make it feel like it's worth it for her. Like if she has I feel like if a black girl, and again, I'm not a black woman, but I feel like if a black girl dates a white guy and the white guy cheats on her, she's like, oh, that's it. I'm not dating outside. I'm not dating white guys no more. One guy ruins it. He ruins it for his entire race. And I feel like it would be the same thing if a white girl dated a black guy. Like, oh, I dated a black guy once, and then he cheated on me, and then she'll never, be down with this world again. So it just that's what interracial. That's why there's like barriers and stuff there, because I feel like a lot of people have their own biases, and like it's hard, it makes it difficult to date. There's a lot of pressure.
Right, but that can be in any ethnic group.
You wouldn't say if you're attracted to guys, you wouldn't say because one guy cheated on me, I'm no
No,
longer
I'm not
gonna
talking about
date
the cheating
guys
thing.
anymore.
I'm talking about the dating in another ethnic group. It's not just black and white. There can be
Right.
pressure within any kind of, like, wow, why do you're Puerto Rican and what do you blah blah blah, blah that kind of thing. It's true. It's like whatever the family dynamic is.
Ugh.
You're not always like going to be welcome, and they might not care. I dated Indian girls a lot in college. Like my first couple, maybe 18 months of college, I dated a lot of Indian girls. There were a lot of them at my school. I thought a lot of them were gorgeous. The upside is their parents do not take you seriously as a boyfriend.
Nope.
So you can go over, you can have dinner. They're really nice to you. But as soon as their daughter might get a skosh serious about you, it's all over. Because they've got it figured out for their daughter already. There's still a lot of arranged marriages.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm talking, obviously, 30 years ago. But I can't imagine too much of that has changed.
No,
The silver lining in that for me was there was no pressure on me to be a great boyfriend because the parents don't even look at you as a boyfriend. You're a white boy she's hanging out with, and you're having a good time, and that's it. No pressure at all.
At least with like the Indian race, my roommate was Indian in college, and he explained to me the casting.
Just in college?
Well, in college, and then
Did he stay Indian?
No.
No.
but I actually remember.
You know, I was finding myself and just a little bit of reinvention. So when I was in college, I was Indian. And then I got accused of cultural appropriation, and it was very messy. It ended poorly.
He was the one from New Jersey that Madonna performed at his school, but he explained to me the casting system. So there's even like discrimination within the race of Indian. Like there's North India, there's South India. There's racism within that. So
Yep.
it's not even like racist towards
Right, yeah, that's right.
white people.
Right. Every ethnic group is not just one thing.
But it's just like the classes. I was like, wow, that's so old timey. So it's
But
not.
that's why it's so silly if you're single and dating to have a type. That's why it's so silly to say like, well, I don't do this or I don't do this. Because even within that group you're talking about, there's 100 different things going on. Alan, I never thought there was a person for me either, and I ended up marrying a black girl. That's Ben, who is not black.
Man, when I
Okay. I mean,
when I was in Lorraine, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in Lorraine, and Puerto Ricans are
Why
such a good
does he
time.
say it like
wait.
that?
Yeah, what's with the? There's a lot of Puerto Ricans in Laredo.
Because these gay Puerto Rican dudes, they just so. My personal experience, I've never had a problem with Puerto Rican men, but they are fun. You're in for a wild ride. You're in for a wild ride, and this is just based off of my own experience, so I can't say all the time.
And sometimes it's the
Anecdotal
family.
evidence.
Yeah, it all is. I mean, but sometimes, you know.
It's like 4. I'm like, oh my gosh, all of y'all are just like hot sauce that's just packaged and stocked away and just waiting to be let out. You all are so fun and spicy. It's a good time.
Fun and spicy.
Every single one, I'm like, this Puerto Rican's not gonna be like that, and he's like that. I'm like, oh.
Uh-huh. All right, well, it's something to think about. Alan, did you meet any of your Indian girlfriends in college on the casting couch? I got it. All right, everybody, for all of us here at Dating Indian Girls, bye-bye. I would only date Brahmins in college. So I was
Poundcake calls them Brahmins.
they have their own noodles. I was prejudicial in that way. I'm like, I like Indian girls, but I'm not dating any Shudras
Okay.
or
so
Washyas. They've got to be Brahmin.
is that a part of the casting system?
The caste system.
Or
yes.
casting. Sorry. Casting system, rating
Uh-huh.
system. It's still
Yeah.
very discriminatory. But I know there's like the Patels, and then I don't want to say my roommate's last name, but like he was a part of a like top
Well,
tier.
Patel is that's not a caste. That's a surname.
Okay, but
Patel is a very, very common surname.
Yeah,
it's like
but-
Smith.
but doesn't it belong to a casting system?
It might. I dated a couple of Patels, but they were in 2 different castes. And again, the more American generations there are, the further they got away. But these were like, again, I was in college 30 years ago. These were girls who were first-generation Americans. So their parents grew up over in India.
Dude, that's so wild. Yeah,
It is wild because every immigrant family just kind of has their own thing. And the further, obviously, you get away from that, you meet somebody like, oh, I'm 5th generation. But the people who are like children of immigrants, no matter where they're from, that's a whole other thing. And you kind of have to be down with all that. You got to be like, look, I'm the interloper here. I just think you're cute and I want to date, but I'm not trying to, jam anybody up. because it can get really contentious.
I don't think
If the family and parents loved me, I was a hit with parents. Didn't matter what they look like. But when that other stuff kind of gets in the way there or whatever, it's like you got to gracefully bow out.
I'm so grateful that I didn't belong to any type of thing like that because I would be the disobedient. I'd be like like in the movies where they're like, I'm not going to marry him, Mom, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then I'd run away.
want your life.
And I'd run away. It's like, you're being a disobedient housewife. Like, I am. I'm going to look at him like, I'm not going to marry you. And I give the ring back, and I run into the arms of like the janitor, the hot janitor.
What? the hot janitor?
Yeah, whatever.
Ah.
Like he can't provide for you. He mops
The
floors.
Oh, I see. Right.
You know, the bougie mom that we're.
Yep.
What are we going to do? The mom off of Titanic. Do you want me to go back to being a seamstress?
Wow, he's really got this all figured out. All right, Matt Broussard. He's going to be in later on. He's a funny comedian. He and Bill are doing some shows of hilarities, and he'll talk about like, yeah, I look like the guy because he's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's like, I look like the guy who gets left at the altar in those rom-coms, and the family's mad because I'm a rich prick. He looks like that guy. He looks like the dude at the yacht club in Caddyshack.
He looks like the guy that what's her name left on the Titanic, the one that had the
Kate Winslet. Yeah, look like Billy Zane. Well, he doesn't look like Billy Zane, but Billy Zane was the rich guy that Kate Winslet left. For Leo DiCaprio.
He has the heart
because
of
she was the right age for Leo then. Did you see Piers Morgan talking to the OnlyFans girl?
Oh, no.
Everybody still tries to, they still try to like, not shame, but they still try to tut OnlyFans people or sex workers or whatever, right? They're like, what if you, she got a great line off on him.
Rob Anthony was like, oh, so that girl that's on your podcast, she does OnlyFans. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Oh, Tommy?
She's not shy about it.
Right.
She's out there, you know.
But nobody's tutting her.
No, plenty of people do. Plenty of people do.
Why?
Because people are terrible.
Yeah, but then don't follow me. I know
But
we've
that's
gone.
what people
I know
follow, it's 'cause
we've
they-
gone over this a
yeah,
billion
yeah,
times, but
they're
it's-
idiots. But
yeah.
you know, all right. let's hear
Curious
this.
about you being someone who embarked on a law career, was obviously very bright, went to university, packed it in just for money to be effectively an online stripper. I mean, that's what you do, right?
Yeah, way worse than an online stripper. But
What do you mean way worse?
Way worse. Online strippers just, naked. I do things that are way more grotesque
Or
than
just
that.
pornography?
Pornography, anything. But it's all within what I want to do, and I absolutely love it, and I'm really good at it. I could be a good lawyer, yes, but also am I good at doing other things on video and camera?
How would you feel when you want to have kids yourself?
Well, I mean, I don't really want kids right now. But at
You
least
will do. How old are you?
25.
Right, so you will do at some stage, probably, right?
Maybe.
When you do, you're going to be proud that you have your little ones and they look at you and go, didn't you want to be a lawyer, Mummy? What happened?
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, but look at all my stuff.
They can cry in a Ferrari.
You can hear the crew going, "Whoop!" They can cry in a Ferrari. Yeah, that's a great answer.
And it's also one
Shut
of
up,
those things.
Piers. If you could make money on OnlyFans, you would too.
Right, make as much as she's making. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Oh, you want to know, don't you?
Yeah, I do want to know.
What is her name? She's cute. What is her name? Her name is. By the way, what does she mean by "I'm really good at it"? Just get naked and do stuff that guys want you to do. Or girls want you to do.
Yeah, but there's some that
they're
don't have
selling
a personality.
it. Yeah.
Well, then why are you on OnlyFans if you don't have any personality?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
get
good.
naked.
Right, but but that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of people that have OnlyFans that are not good at it.
Okay, granted, but I still don't know if guys are on OnlyFans looking around. They're just looking for boobs. They're looking for vag.
Some people
I mean,
don't know their angles.
nobody's like, boy, I really don't like your. Yeah, but a lot of guys aren't looking for angles.
Elle Brooke.
Yes, that's right. Elle Brooke, 25. ELLE Brooke. They can cry in a Ferrari. I want to be careful not to completely glamorize sex work for the younger generation, she said. Whilst I am very happy with my choice, it's not always bells and roses. Axl Rose's new sideband. So it's important that you educate yourself on the risks and long-term impacts before becoming a sex worker. Here for advice always. Yeah, who better to go to? Somebody that can kind of tell you about the peaks and valleys, as it were. The ebbs and flows. Oh, I got a break. You want those Royal Blood tickets for you. I like these guys a lot. I feel like they've been off the map for a little bit. They're coming through to do the North American tour that will get them here in Cleveland to play the world-famous Agora Theater. They're going to do it on September 19th. So you got some time on it, but I'll hand off a pair of tickets for you coming back. Want to text for anything else? 35192.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on